Hey Kevin, what are you doing?
Well, I was going to chop off some metal right here with the plasma cutter, and I got a new toy. So I thought I'd try out these handy dandy little training wheels for the plasma cutter. And really, before you even get to the training wheels, normally you would get something like this, which is a little standoff. This would just slip right over the end of the nozzle, and then you would just drag it across the metal. And normally what you get with that is little bumps and hops and skips, and it'll catch, and if there's a little slag on it, if there's rust on it, and you don't get a very straight cut. It doesn't come out as smooth as it could be. So that's why I started looking at the training wheels. And there's several different styles. This one has the little set screws on it. So it would just slip right over the nozzle, and then you would just tighten up the set screws. That would hold it in place. The nice thing with this set, it's got this little set screw. You can loosen that up, and then this whole slider moves up and down. For like if you're working on pipe, you can adjust it to take up the, for the curvature of the pipe. So your tip is the correct distance off of the metal. This is a set from Flange Wizard. Found it over on pipefitter.com. And this little collar is what would set screw to the nozzle on your plasma cutter, and then the wheels would just simply slide up on that. Normally there's a snap ring that goes on the bottom to hold it all together, but as is normal, it's lost back there in the tool room someplace. I like this one because of the width. Real stable, especially when you're doing a really long cut, like across a 4-foot sheet, or trying to rip an 8-foot length. It gives you lots of stability when you're moving along. And this little guy is from George's plasma cutter shop. He custom makes these one at a time to fit your machine. Whatever torch you have, he'll make one of these to go on there. And the cool thing with this one is it rotates, it swivels. You can get your fingers in there. So you would attach that center collar to your plasma cutter. It's nice when you put a circle cutter attachment on it, because then this bottom ring is clamped to your torch, the top end is hooked to your circle cutter, and you can just literally just move all the way around in a circle without having to turn your gun also. So if you're cutting a big circle, you don't have to walk all the way around your plate. You can just stand in one spot and let it come all the way around. Handy little attachment. It's just real easy. It just slips right over the end of the nozzle. And tighten up that lower set screw. And there you go. So because I'm just going to make straight cuts with it, I'm just going to go ahead and lock this other set screw, and that'll take the swivel out of the action, so I can just make straight cuts with it. So of course, put on your safety gear, got the dark glasses, got the gloves. Let's make a cut. You see how nice and smooth that came out. Nice and flowing, no little jerky, no little bobble or anything. Just a nice, smooth, easy cut. Just push it, guide it, and let the wheels take all the weight. And another thing these wheels are good for is if you're going to do any kind of scroll work, you can mark out a line, pretty much any kind of a line you want there, and as long as you just run off the front of the attachment, you can use that set screw as a guide, because that's right where your nozzle is, and boy, you can just sit there and follow those right along and just do all kinds of cool work with it. I like it simply because it gets rid of the shake. There's no shake. You're not trying to freehand it and trying to get a straight cut with it. Just put it down there, push it, or pull it. That helps a lot too, if you pull it towards you rather than try to push it away from you. So Great little attachment, great little tool to have in your box. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to work. You guys are going to do a little work for me. Reach down there and click that subscribe button. So when I upload a new video every Wednesday, you're not going to miss out. You're going to get advance warning. You're going to know it's there. So I'll see you guys next time. Did I say it was a handy tool? That's